Today we're making a 3D box. We're going to make our pattern. The pattern is going to be, if you finish, you can use it to make a 3D box out of some heavy paper. And you're also going to use it for a clay box in a couple weeks. The thing is, your pattern needs to be on this yellow paper. It needs to all fit on this yellow paper because we're not going to make enormous clay boxes. All your pieces have to fit on this. So you think of a box, a cube, a rectangular prism. You're going to have how many sides? You're going to have 6 sides, top and a bottom and 4 sides. So you're going to need your ruler. And let's say I'm going to make a rectangle. So I know my rectangle, I have to fit 2 sides going across, which is 11. To make my life easier, I'm just going to go to the whole inch marks. I'm not going to mess with half and quarter inch because you can, but it will make it a little bit harder. So when you do this, I'm going to line it up and I'm going to go 5 inches. That's how long I want it. And then I want to say, how high do I want it? Let's say I want it 3 inches. Okay, to make my lines, I'm going to hold my ruler. I want to make sure it's not crooked. I'm going to hold it straight up and down. Hold it with 2 fingers like this in one hand. On the other hand, take your pencil and draw right along that. Here on the other side, again, I want this to be parallel. I don't want it to be crooked. It's going to be parallel. I'm going to hold it with 2 fingers. If I don't hold it with 2 fingers and I go like this, it might move. And we have an eraser, so you can erase if you make a mistake, that's fine. I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. We could measure this, and I should really probably make you measure so we could practice our math, but I will show you an easy way. So let's say I want this to be the top and the bottom of my box. So I would write top and the bottom so I can remember, and I'm going to write the number 2. I'm going to times 2 because I'm going to need 2 pieces. I'm going to need a top piece, I'm going to need a bottom piece. So now for my sides, I can think about this is where it makes it easy. If you hold it up, I can say, oh, I need my side to be this long, and I can decide now how high I want my side to be. So again, I'm going to hold my ruler. I'm going to say I want it about you know what? Again, I'm going to measure it to nearest whole number because I'm going to have to use this number again later. So I did 3 inches there. So same thing as that. So now I'm going to cut out. Okay, so now I have times 2, top and the bottom. I have my sides times 2, top, bottom, side, side. I need 2 more sides. How am I going to know what sides to make it? Okay, it has to be the same thickness, or the same, height as this one. Remember what I had? I had 3 inches. Another way to cheat, just hold it up. If you don't want to measure 3 inches, that's fine, don't measure 3 inches. But look, it's going to be too long to fit. So I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to say, aha, I need it this long. Whatever that is. And then I'm going to draw a line. I'm like, times 2. Okay, because I have my sides. Now, when you finish with that, what you can do, hold it up, see if it's going to work. Think, okay, obviously that doesn't match, right? So you can say, okay, does that work? That works. Does this work? Yes, it should all work. When you're done with that, you can choose a piece of cardstock. This is flimsy paper that you're going to keep this for your pattern. The cardstock's going to make a much better box, and you're going to trace your pattern onto here. So I have a problem. My papers, I can't fit all my papers on here. Remember I said they all need to fit on one side? So that means I'm going to take my sides and I'm going to actually make them only 2 inches tall. So when you're doing yours, you're going to have to either make your top and the bottom smaller, or make your sides, don't use 3 inches like I did, or it will not fit on your paper. So now they're only 2 inches tall. I kept the top and the bottom the same. So when you're thinking about yours, the biggest one I had going across was 5 inches. Don't make it bigger than 5. Don't make anything bigger. And your sides, if you make taller sides, then that means your top and bottom have to be smaller. We're going to see if they're going to fit now. So I have my top, and the bottom. So it's 2 times, 1, 2. And this is exactly what you're going to do with the clay. This is kind of like practice for the clay. In 2 weeks, we're going to do something else next week because the event is not fixed yet for the kiln. And in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a project with slabs of clay, and then we're going to do where we're putting the box together like this. When I have my pieces cut out, I'm going to make sure I put a paper clip on them, and I'm going to write my name on them, and you're going to put them in the folder at your table, or you will not have them for your clay box. So put a paper clip, put your name, and then put it inside your folder. Okay, now I'm going to cut these out and show you how to. Okay, now I have my 2 of every side, and you can either use Scotch tape or you can use the masking tape to put this together. If you use masking tape, how you tear it off, so you can pull a little piece like this, and then take 2 thumbs and tear it. So to put this together, I'm going to put my tape on half, so sticking up, and then wrap it on the other side, making kind of like a hinge. And you can do the same on this side, put it halfway across, fold it down. So I have kind of like a hinge there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for all the sides. I want to show you what this looks like. This is what it looks like when it's all taped together like that. Now how am I going to put the sides together? Is I do the same thing. I take a tape, I put it on halfway. So notice it sticks off halfway. I fold it and I just wrap it around like that. I do that all the time. And then the box, you can decide if you want the hinge to open and close. Obviously you can't do that with clay, but since we're working with paper, you could. If you want it to be open and closed, then you're just going to put the hinge just on one side. And there's my box. My hinge, you know what? If you put it too close together, it doesn't want to open and close. So I'm going to actually leave. See how it's a little tiny bit of a gap there? That's going to help it open and close a little bit better. And there's my box.